All right, guys. We got a really good show for you today. We have Chris Hodges. He is a Wisconsin Badgers commit. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Sweet. So, when would you say your love for basketball really started?
Um, Definitely started in the old neighborhood. I used to play with my brother, and everybody else in the neighborhood. We would stay out there for, you know, sunrise, to sunset. So yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I feel you. I did pickup games my whole life, AAU circuit, all that for sure. I feel like that's where you work on your game sometimes the most is those pickup games.
yeah, for sure. This, honing your skills, having fun too.
Yeah, for sure. Having fun with, some of those friends. Who would you say has been like the most influential like person in your basketball journey?
Um, we just start with most of my coaches. I had a pretty good group of coaches. From my head coach of high school to my AU coach, Coach Mullins and Coach Heisler, and my dad, and my brother. He really challenged me, having another brother in the house to compete against, to go to the gym.
Yeah, for sure. Those family ties for sure, they always push you to be better. Off that note, I was wanting to ask, what's like the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Um, to me personally, it was um not to like give in to what everybody else thinks about you. My feeder coach told me that he was like block out all the noise and just focus on the moment. There's always going to be people that are going to talk about you or have an idea about you, but it's really about what you think. So that's probably the best information I got.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's some piece of advice I was given. I really love that. I think that's awesome. You talk about like pickup games as a kid. Did you play any other sports growing up?
Oh yeah, I played a lot of sports. I played football, soccer, baseball. Yeah, I did a little karate too. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure. That's
dabbled a
awesome.
little bit.
Yeah, do you think those definitely help in your basketball, like as a player doing all those other sports?
Yeah, definitely. Just working with the team and understanding that it's not just only about you, it's about the team, like team concepts. And, definitely this like a coach's perspective, having that, not just like strictly basketball, and you can like apply a lot of things to your life. So that really opened up some different things.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's really cool that you did karate. I don't hear that one too much, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
How long when do you do karate?
Uh, Man, probably when I was younger, probably like elementary school. Um, it was just fun. They tried to like see what you're good at. So karate was just something that they tried out. So
Yeah, I feel you on that. For me, it was we tried a bunch of sports. A few of them I was good at. But we finally found one. So I was talking about you opted out of your high school season this year, right?
yeah.
Talk about why you chose to do that.
I feel like everybody has their own perspective of like what's going on and COVID and stuff like that. My family, we just decided not to participate this year. It was a shortened season also, but nothing against everybody that's playing or everybody has their own opinion. So that's how we took it off from there.
Yeah, I really respect your opinion on that. For me, I'm not playing all mine. I'm gonna play a couple, but I'm opting out of most of it. But I really respect that. Um, your high school season last year, you won the Mid Suburban League. Talk about what that was like to win and everything.
Man, because the year before that, we lost the playing game mostly to Frem. And as soon as that happened, I was like, next year, I want to win the whole thing. That's what I want to do. And I told, my parents, my brother, a couple teammates, and then we just started the journey from there. Like going into the season, I mean, that's what we were focusing on and like, getting better as a team also. But it was definitely a big focus and glad we came away with the championship.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I'm a Badgers fan. I've gone to probably 7 or 8 football games, go to some basketball games. Um, I wanted to talk about because not everyone does what you did. So you did Wisconsin's advanced basketball camp. That's how you got your offer from them, right? Right after that.
Yeah.
So can you
Uh-huh.
talk about like the pressure of that for like kids that watch this, and then we'll go a little bit more into like Wisconsin after that.
The pressure about it.
Yeah, how you dealt.
Um, it was mostly this, I've been in the eyes of a lot of people before, so it was more of, it takes time to get used to for sure, and especially that camp. Remember growing up, some camps I would start off, a little nervous, a little slow, but I feel like that was everybody growing up, and over the years, just becoming more aware of, okay, let me start off faster than I did the camp before. Let me do this, so I start off on a better note, and it was just like locking in. And soon as that started to vanish more, I just became more dominant, more confident, and this mostly like having fun and being myself more at those camps and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. So you end up obviously choosing to go to Wisconsin. What made Wisconsin the right fit for you and your family? And then second question with that, talk about playing for Greg Gard and what you like hope out of that relationship.
Okay, for my family, it was definitely a family decision, close to home, but this the program itself stand out. It stood out a lot, just the family atmosphere over there, the culture, the players, the coaches, everything was just like, okay, this right when I walk on campus, I was like, yeah, this is the one.
Mhm.
I could see myself going there. And then for Coach Guard, we built a relationship over the couple years. It's already been a couple years, which is crazy. He's a good coach, funny guy. Is gonna push me to be the best player I could be. And he said, "I'm not even sure if you know your own potential yet." And that really stood out to me. Where, especially with the coach believing in you, and you know, it was just a no brainer after that. Really.
Yeah, for sure. I met Greg once. I can attest that was he felt made everyone feel like he really cared about everyone. He was always genuine with people. Talk about I visited the Kohl Center. Have you been to the Kohl Center yet?
Yeah, man, it's nice. And
Yeah.
they just got it remodeled a little bit too, a
Mhm.
little extension. So it's gonna be nice when I get there.
Yeah. Talk about how you feel to like get to be able to play in like the Big Ten and against all of these powerhouse of programs, I guess, lately.
Man, growing up, this the conference, the Big Ten, there's other big conferences, but nothing like the Big Ten.
Mhm.
And just as a family, seeing everybody on the TV, seeing the players, seeing the teams, it was just like, I always wanted to play in the Big Ten, so it was really good to
Yeah.
see me go there.
That's for sure. I wanted to ask you, like, what do you think your like biggest strengths, and then what do you really want to work on for college?
Biggest strength is probably being versatile. Being physical is one of my biggest strengths. I've been working on my body
Yeah,
because a lot of people at the college level, you first come in, it's like, okay, his body has to be right, and then I'm like pushing myself to, okay, let me get my body right. So that's not one of the weaknesses I have going into the college season. And one thing I really want to work on is, I constantly want to work on my body,
mhm,
constantly want to get faster, you know, um, just really expand my whole game, not really a specific thing I want to like really want to work on, just like as a whole, just keep getting better.
yeah, for sure. Going in as a freshman, I think you're playing with guys that have been there for 3 years. With the coaching and the strength training, it's really hard to like get adapt that with that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just like you have to cut off the edge they have. So you want to be more prepared than people think you're going to be prepared. So
yeah, for sure. Have you been personally watching college basketball recently?
yeah, I got into it. There's a lot of good games, a lot of upsets, a lot of changing in rankings. So it's been a competitive season. So it's been really nice to watch.
Yeah. How do you think Wisconsin's doing personally?
They're doing good. They had a couple tough ones, but they had a couple good ones too. So,
Yeah.
it's fun seeing them on TV, seeing where I'm going to be at in the next year. So it's
Yeah.
really fun watching them.
They're ranked 21 right now. I mean, they play Nebraska, I think tomorrow or a couple of days from now, and then they have
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, and they lost to Illinois, but Illinois is a solid team. You learn a lot from those games.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard in the Big Ten, so you definitely learn a lot from every night, really.
Every team's good, really, this year. I mean, there's no off days in the big. I feel like,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. So I wanted to ask, like, what do you like to do, like, in your free time when you're not playing basketball?
free time. Um, I like listening to music, and I like making music too. This like freestyling or something like
Oh yeah.
that. I like sightseeing, um, nice restaurants. Pretty much, I like watching movies too. Pretty much anything.
All right, I'm gonna ask a couple side questions. Did you watch The Weekend? Did you like The Weekend, the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was like the first time that I knew like every song of the Super Bowl performance. So yeah, it was fun. It was cool. It was nice.
Yeah, that's what I was. I like that a lot. And then what's your favorite movie if you had to choose one movie to watch?
That's a tough one. Let's see. Well, recently it was like 1,000 Words that I watched. It was good. It had Eddie Murphy in it. He's a
Yeah,
funny guy. But one of his more like serious type movies. But yeah, that was a good movie off the top of my head. It
yeah,
always changes, so I'm not sure.
yeah, for sure. We're gonna finish with probably the toughest question I always ask everyone. How do you want people to remember Chris Hodges when your basketball career is over?
Yeah, it is a tough question.
Yeah,
For me, it's more about, leaving a legacy behind. So definitely want to leave a legacy behind, that I was a hard worker, I was a fun guy to be around, a normal person that's just on a big platform. Because, to stay humble throughout the whole process and to stay myself, be known for always being myself. Um, and, that's a great teammate too.
yeah, for sure. Um, Chris, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun doing it.